Hey, it is, I don't know what day it is. It's just shortly after midnight. It is May the 4th, which I believe is Friday. Yeah. May the 4th be with you. I know this is going to break some people's hearts, but not a Star Wars fan. Like, I've seen bits and pieces. Not my thing. Anyway, so I will not be doing any Star Wars today. But it is time for my whip, because I'm working on that in the mornings. And this week is Serial Killers Stitch Along in one of my groups. I think it's Cross Stitch Finish Line. Not quite sure. Yep, Cross Stitch Finish Line. So the first 7 days of the month, not the first like week, but the first 7 days, you work on a series. Whether it's like those monthly things from Country Cottage Needleworks, or Lizzie Kate, or the Mystery Stitch Alongs. If it's got multiple pieces, it fits for the first 7 days. So I'm working on my stitch alongs for the first week. So today I picked Legendary Creatures by Cloudsfactory. That is not gonna work. Okay, here's where I'm at. I know I'm massively behind on this one, and I'm not even worrying about trying to catch up. I just want to do it. So I've got the first 3 down there, Ifrit, and I'm working on the Hippogriff, and I'm hoping I will definitely finish it, and we'll see how much I get on the next one, because like I said, it's about 12:15 now, and I stop at 5-ish. I'm recording this way because my phone is currently uploading my video for yesterday very, very, very slowly, which is amazing because it's only 7 minutes. But and I don't like to try and lift my iPad and show things, so I'm showing you this way. Yeah, so I'm fixing to start working on that, see how many stitches I can get in. And I think that's it. I feel like there was something else I wanted to tell you or show you, but I just can't remember. So if I remember later, I'll tell you later. Otherwise, I'll check in right before I pack everything up to go home. See you then. Good evening. Just a quick hi. I'm at work. Still not dark yet, but I'm gonna get to work, right? Because I'm too antsy. The earlier I get started, the more I get done, right? All right. Where'd you go? Here it is. First things first, gotta get my focus piece worked on. So I'm pulling her out. See where she's at. I'll be back in a few minutes with some progress on her, and then I will pick my whip for the evening. See you then. Good evening. Okay, so I got a little distracted, and so I didn't get completely caught up on Foxglove. I got yesterday's amount of stitches done, but the amount of stitches for today is 150, and it's almost 10 o'clock, and if I want to do a new start, I need to just say, we'll work on this again tomorrow, and go ahead and get started on my new start. Part of that is because, as most of you are aware, StitchCon is just over a month away, and I'm going. But I really, and so like, all of a sudden this evening I got in this spastic, do I have everything figured out? Is there something I need to figure out? And so I was looking into a bunch of that stuff, and then I was talking with my roommate and seeing where she's at with everything, and just really trying to get some of that figured out. So I was distracted. I mean, I would put in like 2 or 3 stitches and then look something up on my phone, and then another few stitches. So I got 75 done all. So I finished up here, this part of well, I have a little bit in there that I need to do, but I finished this part of this wing and started on this down here. So she's gonna get put up for tonight. We will work on her more tomorrow. I'm starting my new start. The pattern's out in the truck, so I can't show it to you. I have every pattern, even if I buy the charts, okay, and I have a physical copy of the chart, which I do for this one because it was gifted to me by Crafty Andy on Instagram and YouTube. I still scan it into my iPad because my iPad is pretty much always with me, whereas I don't always keep the paper patterns with me, or cardboard, or whatever they are. So I can't show you what it is. It is At Our House by Lizzie Kate. Remember, I am stitching this one twice. Tonight I'm going to start one, and then later in the month I'll start the second one. And they are going to be different enough that you're going to be able to tell them apart. So I'm doing it on this 28 count Lugana in Rosalind from Under the Sea Fabrics because it's gorgeous. Man, I don't like that they parked my shack with my generator and light plant back there, because how bad does that screw with y'all? Because it screws with me. Okay, let me do this. There we go. And of course, the camera's gonna try and color correct and it's gonna look horrible, but you know how it is. So I'm gonna get started on that. I will, like I said, it's almost 10 o'clock, so I'll be back in 2 hours to see how far I got, because I can actually show you this one tonight. And then, of course, we'll start a new whip in the morning, but that'll be tomorrow's video. Also, I did finish my ATC that I started last night. I finished it this morning, right around 5 o'clock. So, that was pretty cool. It's ready to go. I still have the other one, so, I'll probably stop a little early again tonight to give it some time to work on, if I get 500 stitches in my whip, but we'll get to that later. I just want to let y'all know that I did finish that ATC. So far this month, I've started 2 new things, and I finished one of them. I'm about to start the third, because remember the first was a whip. So I'll get to work. I'll see y'all later. Good morning. It is just after midnight, so I am going to wrap May 4th up so that I can post it and start on May 5th. Cinco de Mayo. And no, I'm not stitching any Mexican either. So, this was my, I turned you. The view's not any better, but at least you don't have the light coming in, and it's still not doing anything for my project. This was my start at our house, and then a leaf. But I like the color so far. I think it looks really good, and it's hard to tell, but this is actually a dark purple instead of the brown that it called for, and I love it. You cannot tell on camera, but I can tell in person, and I love it. And this one's not even mine, but I will say that's the one consistent between mine and the other one is the purple for the words. I used it on both bars. So this was my Mania start for May the 4th, and I'm going to put it up and get all prepared for a new day. I do want to say, and I keep thinking about this, and I keep not saying anything on my videos. And I did forget to bring those patterns to show you today. But when I messed up Monopoly, okay, when I started in the wrong place and didn't realize it until I was more than halfway done with the biggest part of the, well, not the biggest part, but next to the biggest part of the piece, I was frustrated, but I wasn't completely discouraged by it. The only thing is it was kind of hard to put myself out there and admit my mistake to everybody and to show you how I was going to fix it, because I was embarrassed. I thought, you know, it's not perfect, and it's not, like, I didn't know how everybody was going to take the fact that I was willing to cut my project up versus ripping it out and put it all together the way that I did, and it's not stitched perfectly, and it's not this, that, or the other. Even though that kind of stuff would not typically bother me, the idea that to share it with y'all and bothered me. But I did it anyway, and I'm so very glad I did, because I've gotten so many comments about how amazing that was, and how, you know, creative. I've had tons of amazing comments, and I really, really appreciate it, because that was probably the hardest thing I've done on camera up until this point, because I was not confident that other people would see it the way that I saw it. But it all worked out. So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for the amazing comments, and how much it meant to me. And man, I'm really glad it turned out as well as it did. We were actually just talking last night about our family reunion, which is where I'm going to auction it off at. So that's just right around the corner. I need to get it fully finished, and I'm definitely going to show it fully finished before I auction it off, and maybe even a clip of that. I don't know, we'll see. So that's very exciting. Y'all guys, I started that piece in October, I think, or November. So you've been right here for the entire process. If you've been with me that long, or if you've gone back and binge watched the video. Oh, that's another thing. And I know I'm totally getting off track here, but the other day I am scrolling through Facebook, just scrolling through Facebook, and I don't necessarily read every single post on every single thing that I follow. Certain things catch my attention, pictures, and, you know, certain people who say stuff, things like that. So I was just kind of really quickly scrolling through, and I happened to notice a lady named Sheila. She said she was looking for more floss tubers to watch, and she said that her favorite was me. And I was not expecting that, and it made me feel so awesome, because you know, I watch a lot of floss tubers. There are certain ones I catch their video the day of, or within a couple days of them posting, and then I have a bunch of them that I'll cycle through as I can get to them. I put them on my watch later and hit shuffle. And so you know, I'm not one of those that has 3,000 followers like Stitcherista, or, you know, 5,000 like Pam and Steph, but, you know, so to be somebody's favorite was just awesome. It made me feel really good. And I know that I have been other people's favorites. I have a certain stalker. She's my friend, but I call her a creepy stalker because she's always like, oh my gosh, about my videos. But for it to be just random on my Facebook feed, and not somebody that has messaged me and gone, oh my goodness. So that was pretty awesome. I really need to eat. I'm starving, and I need to put this up and figure out what my whip is for today. I hope y'all have a great Cinco de Mayo, because you'll see this on the 5th, and what I'm fixing to do on the 6th. So have a great day. Bye.